When you look at this region in EU4, you might not give it a second glance. However, there's actually two hidden nations here, and one of them even has its own national idea set. Today, I'm going to show you how to form both, one after the other. The first step is to make sure you're subscribed to the social streamers. A bit of a strange step, I know, but not the weirdest in this Odyssey, and it does give you a 10% bonus to morale in real life. Then, load up EU4. Alright boys, if you come over here, select Novgorod, I've got something to show you. Now, unlike, Etruria, Malta, and that weird Tibetan horde thing, this one is much simpler. You have to come over here, decrease the autonomy, and wait. That is the most cursed thing I've ever seen in this game. Lithuania and what? If you want to play as this nation, I would highly recommend developing this province, because it's the only thing you're going to have. Probably a pretty good idea to declare war on Muscovy off the bat. That's just my advice. That's because we want our war exhaustion to go up as much as possible to get this done as quickly as possible. Gotta make sure they do not take Kola. That's the main thing. What the? Yeah, retreat into this province. That seems safe. Alright, once this hits 60, we can peace out. And give them whatever they want. Oh, well. I just offered a white peace. Yeah, I don't think they're taking that one. Now it's time to say hello to the Sapmi Separatists. And when they take this province, there's the core. I want to see if they head out. Or if I have to actually just kill them immediately. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're heading out anytime soon. Next stage, murder the Separatists. And there we go. A province that didn't start with a Sapmi core now has a Sapmi core. Just gonna develop it a little bit. Right, and then proceed to ruin your nation as much as possible. I suppose just declaring bankruptcy is quite good. There's not really much else I can do to Novgorod. Because we're gonna have a truce in the next 5 years, which is gonna coincide with when bankruptcy ends. In any case, let's check out this nation, shall we? And we get the brightest of yellow colors and a very interesting flag indeed. There was a time where I think up here this used to be totemist. But for now you start as Orthodox. And we even have our own custom ideas, boys. That being national manpower modifier and some religious unity. Attrition for enemies. Tax modifier. A merchant. Trade power modifier. Tolerance to truth faith. Land attrition and stability cost. It's not great. It really isn't great. But once you're in this situation, what do? Very good question. One thing I do enjoy is reading the comments of these videos because you guys usually come up with quite interesting historical reasons as to why these nations exist. So if you know why Sapmi is a thing, please put it in the comments down below. I'd much appreciate reading that. We also get to race through these reforms because of our average autonomy is, well, 0. If my Republican tradition was higher, it'd be even quicker. Once I'm done with Sapmi, I'll also show you another little nation that can be formed around here that's a little bit trickier to form. In fact, what if I did one nation into another? I do the obscure nation of Sapmi into the second obscure nation. Right, well, there's our truce in Novgorod. I have not been preparing for this nearly as well as I should be. They really have a 2-star general. Brilliant. And no one would support my independence. Right, time to 1v1 Novgorod then. Miltech 4, he's on Miltech 3. And now we can get the free company. Oh. The rhymes. Right. No point drawing this out, is there? He was here drilling last I saw. If we can take him out early, that'd be amazing. Most likely, though, he's going to run us around until he has full morale. And then he's going to kick our ass. And that's a lot more troops than I was expecting. You only have Miltech. Oh, screw it. Ah, that's the power of Miltech 4. We're going to need to recover for a little bit. Oh, good. Cavalry flanking ability plus 50% for 400 of our troops. Wonderful. I reckon I'm going to starve them out. We're meant to have 8,000 troops, so trickling them back in is probably the best idea. Oh, did he lose his 2-star general? Still got a 2-3. The forest. We're just going to pin him here. Or he could attack us. I suppose that's the option as well. He's locked in. But I did scorch the earth, so I should have a bit of time. And he's dead. There we go. Is it stack wipe? No, I can't. I just can't stack wipe him. It's just not happening. Please just stack wipe him. Oh, for God's sake. Look, he doesn't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. Go to sleep, please. Finally, my God. He hired the free company, didn't he? No, it's the Novgorod company. Great. Okay. This is a much more painful war than I anticipated. He's trying to siege down these provinces so he doesn't have anywhere to retreat to. But unfortunately, it's not gone that way. I have to actually occupy his capital, which is brilliant. Very cool. So for this second nation, it's actually the Karelia lot. Now, for this, you need to make sure that no one has a core. And that's the same shenanigans as declaring war, giving the province over and taking it back. But it can't actually be Novgorod because they're going to have cores there as well. Doing some testing, I got them to revoke their core here. At which point, you declare basically 3 wars, right? So the first one is your independence. The second one is to get them to revoke all their cores on this stuff. And the third one is to give it to them back. And then the fourth one is to take it off them again. So it's kind of complex. But in the interest of time, let me show you what that looks like. Alright, so here's war number 1. And as you can see, they've taken their cores away. Then we have war number, 2, I suppose, in this sequence, but it's like 4 overall. There we go. Abandon your cores and all this stuff. Right, and then the next war. The Novgorodian people must be really confused as to what's going on here. I suppose everyone should be. I am. And then take it back. And now we have Karelian Separatists. Gonna harsh treatment everything and just promote these Karelians. Right. Provoke the revolt. I'm actually gonna need a lot more troops than this. Alright, now they've sieged everything down. They have cores everywhere. And I need to go and... Sorry. Was that Novgorod dipping in there and dipping out again? They drew the Separatists away from me a little bit. That was nice. Appreciate that, boys. Right, and now that's done, we can play as Karelia. Which have an awesome flag and a lovely color. Ideas-wise, they have the basic national ideas, unfortunately. But they look really cool. I thought I'd actually give you a little bit of a tutorial as to how to survive as these nations at this point. As I'm sure if you're a newer player, you're just sitting there having formed this strange, colourful thing with Muscovy looking you up and down. So, the first thing is allies. Best ones would be Denmark and Muscovy's rivals. Poland usually fulfills this condition. If you're lucky, that is. You might be tempted to ally the Danes, but I'd say this was a bad idea. Instead, wait for the inevitable Swedish War of Independence and see if you can snipe some territories. I will warn you though, if you don't get out in time, prepare to watch an angry Danish man kick in your door and steal your things. An easier route of expansion would be the Livonian Order. Marching in after Lithuania has had their way with them is the safest option to grab some easy territories. Finally, you need to deal with Muscovy early. The longer you leave them, the stronger they'll get. The best option here is to wait until they're at war with 2 or more hordes in the east. Then declare war with them with a tech advantage and as many allies as possible. At this point, you're actually in one of my favourite positions in the game. You're on the outskirts of Europe, so nothing really to worry about from them, and the game is open to however you want to play it. If you want to colonize, go for it. Fancy a frozen trade empire? The option is there. The versatility in this location is brilliant. So in summary, 2 little nations that you can form and play as, one with custom ideas, one without, that you'll probably never see form and probably never play. In any case, lads, if you have any other ideas of nations that you want to see, or if you just want to see more weird nations that you haven't heard of before, do let me know in the comments down below. I've got quite a few more that I just know of or have come across in my time. I mean, 2,500 hours, you learn some things. If you wouldn't mind liking the video if you enjoyed and subscribing, that would help us out tremendously. And Tom hates it when I plug the Twitter, so go follow the Twitter. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.